Welcome to Raisins.live, your all-in-one platform for experimental data analysis. To get started, go to Data Analysis and choose Cluster Analysis. Tap Get Started to reach the login page, then enter your email and password to sign in. Once you're in, go to the Analysis tab. Click Browse to upload your data file. After uploading the file, you need to select the Labels or Respondents or Observations column, and then select Clustering Variables. Click Run Analysis to generate your results. You can download the output in Word, PDF, or HTML formats. In the Raisins Cluster Analysis module, for finding the optimal number of clusters, click on Optimal Clusters tab, where 3 methods are available. The elbow method, which form groups such that the total variation within clusters is as small as possible. The average silhouette method, that measures how well each observation fits within its assigned cluster. A high silhouette value means that points are well matched to their own cluster and poorly matched to other. And finally, the gap statistic method, where it compares the observed clustering with what would be expected if the data were randomly distributed. The optimal cluster count is the one that maximizes the gap. By default, Raisins selects the number of clusters using the elbow method, but you can explore all 3 options and even download their plots for detailed comparison. If you'd like to learn more about each method, simply click the question mark icon next to them. In the Raisins Cluster Analysis module, you can visualize the clustering results using the Heat Map tab. This heat map displays how similar or different your observations and variables are, grouping them into clusters based on their relationships. The color gradients represent the magnitude of values, with warmer colors showing higher values and cooler colors showing lower ones, making it easy to identify distinct patterns, trends, and cluster structures within your dataset. In the Metrics tab of the Raisins Cluster Analysis module, you can explore several important statistical summaries of your clustering results. The distance matrix shows how similar or different your observations are before clustering. The cluster-wise means provide the average value of each variable within every cluster, helping you understand the key features of each group. The intra-cluster statistics indicate how compact and consistent the clusters are, while the intercluster statistics show how well the clusters are separated from one another. Together, these metrics give a clear and detailed picture of the quality and structure of your clusters. In the Cluster Analysis module, the Hierarchical Clustering on Principal Components, or HCPC, combines the power of principal component analysis and hierarchical clustering. The factor map shows how observations group based on their similarities. Each point represents an observation, with clusters shown in different colors. The axes dim1 and dim2 capture most of the variation, making it easy to see cluster separation and relationships among observations. Top variables in cluster table highlights the key variables that best describe each cluster in the HCPC analysis within RAISINS. It compares the mean values of variables within each cluster to the overall dataset and shows how strongly each variable contributes to that cluster using the v-test statistic. A chord diagram, which represents the relationships between clusters and their top contributing variables, based on the top variables in cluster table from the HCPC analysis, is also provided, where each segment on the circle corresponds to either a cluster or a variable, and the connecting ribbons show how strongly each variable contributes to a particular cluster. In the Raisins Cluster Analysis module, the summaries of PCA results are available in 3 informative tables. The first one, the Eigenvalues table, shows how much variation each principal component explains in the dataset. Next, the Variable Contribution table highlights how much each variable contributes to these components. Finally, the variable correlation table shows how strongly each variable is correlated with the components. The clustering summary table in the Raisins cluster analysis module displays the average standardized values of each variable within every cluster. Based on the clustering summary table, a chord diagram is generated in the RAISINS cluster analysis module to visually show the relationships between clusters and variables. If you have any doubts, click FAQs, get started with Raisins.live and make your data speak.